All right, so we're gonna be harvesting some more field mushrooms. They're just growing everywhere here. And I've actually seen these mushrooms growing just about everywhere. They grow all over the world as far as I know. But most people don't touch them because they don't know whether it's poisonous or not. I have a video where I talked about whether they're poisonous or not. But we'll harvest this one. It's a pretty good size one. Just take the head out. If you look at the head of it, see the pink gills? That's the biggest giveaway that it's edible. It's a field mushroom. But don't take my word for it. Make sure you talk to a mycologist or do your own research before you eat this. Don't go eating a mushroom and say I told you to eat it. And it turned out to not be this. But this particular mushroom is a field mushroom, also known as meadow mushroom, also known as Agaricus Campestris. Okay, so we're gonna be harvesting these. We got some big ones out here, and it's funny because I just harvested a bunch of them yesterday, and they were not this huge. The reason they grew, I guess, is because we had a big rain, but they just blown up literally in one day. So decided to come out here and harvest some more. I do plan on leaving some and not harvesting them at all because we want them to spore out and to keep producing more mushrooms for us. So I'll harvest some slightly smaller ones. The smaller ones taste good as well, so you can harvest them at any size. They're edible and they taste good at any size. We're going to get 2 baskets full today, so we got tons of them. So yeah, Agaricus Campestris. These mushrooms taste just like the white button mushrooms that you get at the store, and they're very closely related to them. They're almost the same mushroom. Okay, so but they're not the exact same mushroom. Now, one speculation I have about why so many of these are popping up is because I've seen a lot of rabbits running through here, and I've noticed while I'm picking them, I'd see rabbit droppings nearby. And these types of mushrooms are actually a fertilizer-loving mushroom. They actually feed off of manure. They're a manure-loving mushroom. Unlike a lot of mushrooms, like some of the ones I grow that prefer wood and woody material, things like grain and things like that, these actually love manure. And that's how they grow the white buttons, the white button factories and the white button farms. They mix in manure as they're growing them. And so I think that because we have so many rabbits that are just running around, they're leaving behind manure, and they're making it easy for these mushrooms to grow. So we're going to just keep harvesting them, and we're going to let them, I'm not going to harvest, as you see, I'm not getting all of them, because I've been pretty much coming out here every day, and just more of them I can't keep up with them. I can harvest 2 baskets full, and I'm sure tomorrow there's going to just be more of them. That's how fast they're growing. So, and we're trying to figure out how to eat them all as well. But we want to keep this going, so we'll harvest some of them, but not all of them. Let them spore out. The reason why mushroom grows, the gills, they're designed to spore out, to drop their spores onto new places, and to start the whole process over again. So we want to be able to start the whole process over again. So I'm gonna keep harvesting. But this is just one location on our property, on our 10 acres of land. So we're gonna leave some there, harvest some from here. They're growing all over. And it's nice because I did not plant these. I did nothing to make these grow other than that we bought this property. And that's it. Here's a pretty good one. And look how pink that is, those gills. And that's a good sign that that's an edible mushroom, but keep going. Now this one is flattened out, so this one is ready to spore off. And I really wouldn't pick this one, and but we'll pick that one. But usually when they get this flat, I think that's when they're kind of to the point of where they're really sporing out, and you kind of just want to let them spore out at that point. I don't believe they taste as good when they got to this point, but we'll take this one. Here's another one like that. We'll just leave that, let that spore out. Get some more over here. Get some smaller ones. I've grabbed some smaller ones. I've got a lot of big ones from over here. You can see they're just growing everywhere. And I literally have been getting a basket full every day for about a week now, and it's more of them than what we've had before. So it's just crazy how many we're getting. I don't know how long this will last, but for now, there's these things are exceeding what we can actually eat in a day and what we can even harvest in a day. We don't want to harvest too many, because if we harvest too many, then we won't be able to eat them and they'll just go bad. So, we're gonna have to start giving these away to people or something. We're not gonna sell them because we haven't set up a market like that yet, and we didn't know that we had mushrooms like these. But maybe that's something we could do in the future, but probably not, because we're not in homesteading to make money. We're in homesteading to sustain ourselves for the most part. And, not that we're against making money, but I'd rather just give stuff away to my friends first than to sell this stuff. But if we get so much abundance of something, we might eventually, sell them. But for now, we're just going to harvest them enough for us to eat ourselves, maybe some for some friends or something like that. We like mushrooms, and we'll keep doing that. One basket full, we're going to get another basket full. And this is how my day has been pretty much every day this week. Come out here, harvest, basket full. Today we're going to get 2 baskets full. And the reason why we're getting 2 baskets full a day is just because there's just so many of them growing. So we're upping the amount that we're willing to harvest. And so, yeah. So, but these mushrooms, again, if you see a mushroom that looks like this, just looks like a white poof growing out of the ground, pick it up and look under the gills of it and see if the gills are pink like this. If it has pink gills, it's probably, I didn't say definitely, it's probably a field mushroom, and it's probably edible. But do more extensive research. Another way you can tell if it's edible is by smelling it. It should smell, not have much of a smell to it, kind of like a like one of the white button mushrooms that you can buy from the store, or a portobello. It should smell like either a white button or a portobello, which a white button and a portobello are the same mushroom. Portobello is just the latter stage of a white button, and that's what it should smell like. Very similar, and it should also taste like that. But smell it before you eat it, And if it has a strong odor to it, maybe chemically, or smells pungent, from my research, that's a sign that it's poisonous. So I would make sure to do your research, but do your own research, please. Don't assume that I have the answers to everything, because I am not a professional. I'm just a guy walking through a field in the middle of nowhere, picking up mushrooms, and I'm not an expert. So, take precaution, because there are mushrooms that are poisonous that can actually kill you. So, people know of this, which is why people tend to not eat mushrooms like these, because they don't know whether or not they're poisonous. But another way to know if they're poisonous or not is, or to inspect them, is to cut them. See, like that. See, I've cut that there, and see, there's no stain there. It's just, if you cut a poisonous mushroom, apparently a lot of them have like a yellow stain to them, or like a red stain. These don't have any stain at all to them. So those are some of the ways that you can identify. You can check them. Another thing you can do is, when you if you have done all of this, done your own research, if you are confident that the mushrooms are not poisonous, I would still recommend that maybe you only eat a small amount, maybe not even one whole mushroom, to see how that affects you. Instead of eating a bunch of them at once, maybe eat a small amount. Look at the size of this one. This is a huge one right here. Look at the size of that one. As they get older, they start to turn brown inside of here. They go from more of a pinkish color to a brownish color. This is one of the bigger ones. But only eat a small amount of them. I'll pick up some small ones now. This one right here. And so that to make sure, even if they weren't poisonous, maybe it's something that may not sit well with you. So anytime you eat something foreign that you've never eaten before, always take precaution and maybe don't eat a bunch of it. See how it affects you. Because who knows, you could be allergic to it, or it might be something else, or it could be, worst case scenario, it could be poisonous. And so if you did in a terrible event consume something that was poisonous, at least you've only consumed a small amount. But again, I'm not a professional, but I am 100% confident that these mushrooms that I am harvesting are not poisonous and that they are edible, and that they are the Agaricus Campestris mushroom, that these are field mushrooms, that they're closely related to the white buttons that you buy from the store, or the portobellos, and that these are perfectly edible. So we've been eating them all week and we are still alive, but this is how you turn that. We still got tons more, but here's 2 baskets full. We could fill these up a little bit more, but that's all we're gonna do today. And thanks for watching, folks. If you have any questions or any of your 2 cents that you'd like to add, feel free to do so in the comments. I'm looking forward to that. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.